Welcome to match day 8 of our season 4 of the Simulation Soccer League. I'm TVC and I've got with me.
Omni.
Hi Omni, how are you today?
I'm really excited actually. Looking forward to the matches, especially low key. I think my match of the day is Tokyo versus Sydney City, first and third place. Be really exciting to see two top teams against each other, and it'll be a big result for whoever comes out on top.
Yep, Tokyo and Sydney City currently sitting first and third in that league table. Only 3 points separate them at the moment. Tokyo with a real chance to pull away with the league race here. And Sydney City hoping to keep it close after a loss to Catalunya a couple weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, so yeah, I we lost to Sydney. Um, but we did beat Tokyo.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. So a bit of a three-way race going up top there. We'll see if it gets to be a little closer than than. Well, I don't want to say last season wasn't close. It literally came up to the second last day of the season, right?
Yeah, it was a season before that Hollywood kind of ran away with it.
Speaking of Hollywood running away with it, we have Hollywood FC up against Buenos Aires. BA Buenos Aires, our Season 3 expansion team, unfortunately not doing too hot this season so far. Only one win through 7 matches in the league so far.
So yeah, I'm really excited to see Hollywood. I feel like, they're still maybe playing a little under their full potential. I think it could easily be a four team kind of race, four-legged race. But a win today, they could definitely shoot up there. They're not that far behind.
Absolutely. Hollywood only in 5th place with 10 points through 7 matches so far, 3 wins on the season. And today they are opening up in a 4-3-3 narrow, a bit of a signature of theirs, with those 3 strikers up top.
Yeah, those guys are scary, and it's scary to defend against them. But oh
Speaking of
wow,
scary, that is Laurent Gorkov putting a open shot in the box away. That was a scary amount of space left to Laurent there, and just a misplayed defensive performance here, I think, by Barry. Yeah, just taps that ball right to Laurent, and Sterling not expecting it to go over there, and that is 1-0 CA Buenos Aires 15 minutes into the game. I did forget to mention Buenos Aires are at home today, so very pleasing for them to go ahead in front of their home fans. Let's see if they can get another here.
yeah, it was a unlucky bounce from what was otherwise a good tackle. But I expect Hollywood to I mean to push forward and try to make a comeback. So they're definitely not gonna fall over and just accept this. But great start from Buenos Aires and Laurent Gorkov. Honestly, one of my favorite non-Catalonian midfielders. So cool to see him get on the scoreline.
Yeah, I've loved watching him work in Buenos Aires so far. They have played very, very well, despite their record. It is deceiving how good they actually are.
Yeah, no, I think uh, they've been a bit unlucky, and it's they're also an expansion side, and I think sometimes some expansion sides like Sydney City and Perry kind of aim to do well right away, but I think Buenos Aires is one of those teams that over time we'll see develop. I think they're more of a long-term project. But who knows? I could be wrong, but I think they'll make good. They have a good core.
Absolutely. Speaking of developing, there's Hunter Jones developing the equalizer for Hollywood FC. That was absolutely just fluid football from Hollywood here, just Taka finding that space on that left-hand side, drifting out, and Jones able to slide in there and to get in front of Christus. Unfortunately, unable to make a block there, and Oakdown not able to get to that. That is a tie game as we should drift into halftime here.
Yeah, I mean that's a little unfortunate for Buenos Aires, who I think have maybe been the better side, but it's been a pretty back and forth game to be honest. It's been pretty close, but um, I know Hollywood FC will be happy to have tied the game, and I think they're gonna come out the second half just as aggressive.
Absolutely. They are coming out in a bit of a more attacking fashion here. Buenos Aires choosing to play in a more balanced sort of style where Hollywood will see them take the initiative. Let's see if it pays off for Buenos Aires. Seems to be doing okay so far. And apologies, that was, I believe, Gorkov's first goal of the season, actually. And Taka's fifth goal of the season for... nope, that was Jones that scored. No, right?
Yeah, it was Hunter Jones. It was Taka that assisted.
Indeed, Taka's first assist of the season is Jones' second goal of the year.
And usually I think it's the other way around, although I could be wrong. I think Hunter Jones is pretty balanced player. He usually is getting on the scoreline, but also setting up his other partners in Ricky Bobby and Tiki Taka.
We are seeing Jones play in a bit of a more scoring role today as a poacher, but you're right, we do traditionally see him in a more supportive role along the right-hand side, and sometimes even flexing out to the wing.
Yeah.
Jones known to drift out to those wide stands as he did on that cross there. Very nearly got on the end of that to put that into the net, though. I believe that was Oakdown on the other end. They're able to make the save. Oakdown's got 2.75 goals in 90 minutes so far, so if he keeps up, we should see another one for Hollywood here.
Yeah, and I think we might, to be honest. But maybe it'll go the other way around though. Buenos Aires on the ball, and wow, amazing save by Scott Sterling. I think it was Vanderslow.
Probably if it was on the wing there. Governo was on the cut, and he definitely played the ball in, though I'm not quite sure who to.
And where was that going? But good, good, good chance creation by Buenos Aires, but just not clinical in the final third. But Hunter
Speaking of
Jones, yeah,
clinicism,
Hunter Jones.
there's your man.
Wow, second goal of the game, and that's a brace for Hunter, and comeback complete for Hollywood FC.
Really unfortunate here for Buenos Aires. Hunter Jones able to get on the rebound off a set piece play that just really didn't go Buenos Aires' way. Oakdown went I wanted to say wrong way. I think he went the right way, just was out of position for that second chance.
For sure, I think he overcommitted to the first one.
Seen a lot of that this season so far as our goalkeepers get a little bit better, a little bit bolder. They make the decisions a little bit larger, and sometimes the payoff is a little bit worse.
That is also fair. Hollywood FC. Oh my gosh. Off the bar, it's bouncing around, ping-ponging around, but Buenos Aires manages to get it out. But off the bar, that was almost the third goal for Hollywood FC.
Yeah, that's a man who knows how to make it pay off. That's Ricky Bobby, the 6'10" Zambian forward, known to get on the end of a lot of those for Hollywood FC. I would say a good 20-30% of their goals come from something like that, and the rest come from something like this. That is Tiki Taka just slotting that away coolly. Oakdown is clearly not in it today, and neither are Buenos Aires by this point. 70 minutes into the game, and Hollywood have 3 unanswered.
and that's Tiki Taka's fifth goal this season.
Beautiful goal from him as well. Just beats the offside trap there.
Wow,
No one
laser
on
shot.
him. Draper late to there and slots that home. I want to say Oakdown had no chance, but I do feel like he jumped out a little far on that.
Yeah,
Ti
it was maybe a bit of both there. It was a great finish though, but Hollywood FC, comfortably up by two with less than 10 minutes to go.
And you must say this is probably the sort of result you would have expected. Buenos Aires definitely did surprise me out the gate with how tenacious they are, but Hollywood FC have shown they are the offensive powerhouse in our league this year.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I know they have a lot of their top users are strikers, um, and their strikers are some of the top users, not just on the team, but in the entire league. So it really is a scary trio in the front there. It's kind of like the SSL's like MSN.
That's a really good comparison. As time does tick away here, that is going to be the end of our ball game. Hollywood does take the win here, 3-1, with 2 goals from Hunter Jones and a third from Tiki Taka. Buenos Aires with a consolation goal by Gorkov at the beginning of the game, though unable to make too much of it afterwards.
And also, the front three all linked up because even Ricky Bobby got assists on Tiki Taka's goal, and Tiki Taka set up one of Hunter Jones's goals. So they
That
work really well together. They've been together. I believe Hunter Jones was traded in S1 to Hollywood, and I also think Ricky Bobby didn't become a striker until season two. But still, one of the most, you know, formable attacking partnerships, well, trios, I guess, attacking trios in the league. And now we're going to move on to a match I'm really excited to see, which is Sydney City versus Tokyo SC.
absolutely clash of the S4 Titans here, Tokyo FC, one of the more surprising teams in the league season so far. A lot of people suspected they would struggle, and here they are competing for the top of the league. On the other side of the field, we got Sydney City, who are playing at home today. And they have quite a few number of players that are also equally impressive, notably Owen44, who has currently 9 goals in the season.
Yeah, no, I definitely predicted Sydney City to be here. I definitely thought, I knew Tokyo was getting better, but I didn't know they were getting this much better. So it's interesting to see, and I'm excited to see the rest of this match.
Absolutely. That was Antonio Conte being cut offside there. I feel like we may see that happen a little bit more often this game. Sydney City coming out in a bit of a strange 4-1-4-1 formation with 4 attacking midfielders. Owen 44 could be through here and absolutely bottles it. What is new for Mr. 44 as of late? Unfortunately, Sydney are on a bit of a dry slump, having only scored 1 goal in, I've been told, last 5 matches.
Yeah, I think they've drawn their last three, so they haven't been doing as well as they were previously, I guess. But to be honest, I have faith that they'll turn things around. Their style is pretty intense, but I feel like it's still pretty effective. Last year they also did lose a lot, but they won a lot, so I feel like it's kind of, a high risk, high rewards kind of style.
Absolutely. This super aggressive 4-1-4-1 formation from Sydney City absolutely screams Sydney City.
Yeah.
We will see if they're able to keep as many goals out of the net as they're able to score, though. On the other side of the field is Tokyo FC, currently leading our lead with 14 goal difference. They have been goal scoring machines so far this season.
Yeah, they've been extremely impressive, which, was, to be honest, a huge surprise to me this season. I wasn't expecting that. I know I did predict Skyrise when he was originally drafted to be like the top rookie, and he didn't really set off right away, but I guess now he is really showing that he is a striker to you know um, be scared of.
Absolutely, but the only thing I am scared of is a boring match, and this has been terrifying so far. Sydney City and Tokyo tied up at halftime as time runs away from both of us. Neither team really able to gain an advantage on the other, and it's been a bit of a stalemate between the two.
Yeah, I think one of the issues with Sydney City sometimes, especially 0-44, is and this isn't a knock on 0-44 because he's probably the best striker in the league, but he's frequently offside.
Leo Papadopoulos will hate to hear that, but it is true. 44 is frequently more offside than the rest.
Yeah, I've never seen a man offside as many times as I've seen 144 go offside. But the odd time
Well,
that he's on, that's when he gets those nice breakthroughs on one-on-ones on goal, like just now almost, and scores.
Cody Hill wise to 44's antics and able to sweep that up and away. Now, I will say, if 0-44 plays like for a team like Cairo City, he probably would lead the goal difference by a mile. I've heard the referees don't exactly look over there.
Let's not talk too much about that, but I have a shaky feeling you're right.
For my future safety, I will refrain from commenting further. However, we will see Cairo City playing a little bit later on this evening as they take on Accra FC. Should be an interesting match between two teams that are struggling and near the bottom of the table right now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little surprised. I thought Cairo, with the addition of Aspicotto, would be doing a bit better, but I'm sure new manager just trying to figure out a system that will best maximize his players, and I'm sure also too, coming into not a brand new team, but an old team. You kind of got to use what you have and build around rather than start from scratch like some of these new expansion teams where a lot of their players are rookies or younger players, so it's easier to kind of maybe what's the word, like mold them to play like a style that you want to play.
Speaking of playing styles that they want to play, Tokyo really finding a lot of success in space, playing this bit of a 4-4-2 sort of center block formation here.
Oh.
Wow, 0-44.
Wow.
Wow. We can talk about a lot of missed opportunities for Sydney City, but none more than that man right there. 0-44 has missed a number of sitters this match so far.
I know 0-44, and I know that he's probably more pissed off about that than anyone else. But hopefully we could see a goal. Although, oh my gosh, wow,
there it is.
Skyrise.
Speak and it shall become Skyrise.
He heard me and he rose to the occasion. Holy shit.
Oh, what a goal. That is how Tokyo gets it done. That is how Skyrise gets it done with his head, using that big old brain of his to put it past problem, just slightly tapping that past problem. I thought it would go into the bottom left-hand corner, and so did Certified Problem, and it became the problem when it didn't go there. So Skyrise able to tuck that away, and up 1-0 Tokyo Go.
I don't know if anyone saw in the replay there too, but after Skyrise scored, the guy marking him, Freddy, just like kind of put his arms up in there, like, what the hell am I supposed to do? This guy's like the tallest guy in the league.
Skyrise is 6'11". Freddy himself, not exactly small, 6'3", but imagine looking up at a 6 foot at a man when you stand 6'3" and looking up at a man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm 6'3". Um, but even someone that's like 6'5" or 6, it makes a big deal. I can't imagine trying to mark a guy that's. Oh wow, that just
Neither can Freddy apparently. Skyrise yet again able to
Freddy.
get up above him and put that away.
Freddy gonna have nightmares tonight. I mean, how you deal with a man that's 6'11"? It's just not fair. It really isn't.
No, it really is just a physical mismatch there. We see Freddy on a 6.3. Not surprising. Has not been his game in the air today.
Yeah, no, it's one of those games where he trying his best, and he did mark him, but you can only jump so high. Um,
Absolutely.
and Skyrise, he could jump pretty high himself. So,
He can jump much higher. 0 and 44 there. Oh
oh
my
no
god.
way. 0 and
That's
44
four.
is
That is
just
four this game. That is four for 44. Who should have scored four and has no more.
I don't know if he's even gonna play the next game after this.
I think the bench boxes are looking to Yusada Pecora right now and wondering why they didn't bring her on at halftime for the performance they've gotten out of 44 today.
And I'm not saying anything, but we don't have USADA testing, and I've heard some rumors about the Sydney bench. So, I think they got some good players on the bench that we haven't really hasn't been utilized yet. And with Owen playing like this, who knows? We might see Pecora get a chance out on the field.
Yeah, time ticking away here. 87th minute now. 44 just stuffed another chance into Tokyo boots, and it's looking less and less likely that we will have a Sydney City comeback. Though the unlikely has happened. Sydney City on multiple times have scored 2 or 3 goals in the span of 5 minutes.
Oof,
So,
Morelli with a big miss, big miss.
yeah, Morelli had a chance to make that three. Problem had nothing to worry about though. That wasn't even close.
I think they just they tried to shoot it first time when they could have taken, maybe try to take a touch and get past the last man, and they kind of scuffed it rushing it.
Speaking of getting past the last man, that's Tim Possible on that left-hand side, been getting very free for most of the day, but just unable to find anyone on the connect. And that's the end of our ball game as Tokyo SC will take a big win 2-0 over Sydney City. They beat Sydney City at home, though admittedly Sydney City on XG 2.19 had two very good shots on net. There are only two on net to be honest. Yeah, 44 just missed those two.
Yeah, I feel like Sydney will feel hard done by. It was a lot closer than the scoreline reflects, and it definitely could have been 2-0 the other way. But Skyrise showing why he's one of the best, arguably one of the best players in the league right now, to be honest. So, uh,
I think there was a lot of conversation between 44 and Aspilicueta last season about whom was the best striker. That Skyrise kind of got ignored. I feel like Rise was good even last year.
Yeah, I agree.
Had
Skyrise was actually really good. I think he was one of the top goal scorers last year, maybe like fourth or fifth. Could be
I
wrong.
think he had 19 goals through the season in 20 games.
Oh shoot, that's a lot better than I thought too. Even I'm underrating Skyrise's season last year over here. But I definitely think this is their breakout season. It looks like they're really leading the way for Tokyo. But on to this next game, we have Paris versus Inter London, and I mean this is your
Absolutely,
team.
we've got our European rivalry here. Not to discount Catalunya. This is the across the channel rivalry, Paris and Inter-London. Inter-London playing at Paris today, and looking to get a big win over their sixth place rivals. Paris and London only separated by, I believe, goal difference at this point in time. Yes, so a lot of teams on 10 right now. Actually, Hollywood just won, so they should be up. So only Inter-London and Paris on 10. And Inter-London with a one goal advantage over Paris. We will see if that changes.
Also, not only did you forgot that Athena is also another European team in the league.
Oh shoot, Athena is another European team. I apologize.
But no, this is definitely makes sense for a rivalry. And Catalonia already has a rivalry. Oh wow! And what a goal by Isabel Cortez! Amazing build-up play from Paris, and they get one over Inter London and leapfrog them in the table.
A very, very early lead here, and indeed wonderful build-up play by Paris, really working that into the box. Cortez able to get free, and Time just not able to get on the right side of that. Tap in past Adowa, who has been excellent this season, though admittedly looked a little poor on that one.
Yeah, I mean it was a good team goal though by Perry, and they're uh, breaking away already. Oh, almost another. That looked almost like a play-by-play of the last goal for a second there.
I have a feeling we'll see a little bit more of that from Inter London this game. We have them coming out in a more defensive sort of style than they usually play. On the other hand, AS Paris coming on a more aggressive, controlling sort of fashion. They play with their keeper a little further out of the net than most teams do.
Renault's jealous. Oh, and wow, what a goal by Leo Papadopoulos. I mean he's on fire this season. Last season, he played in a more maybe team-orientated system where the goals were spread around more. But at Delhi, he's really spearheading this new club's attack.
Absolutely. Speaking of forwards forwards in general, where Owen 44 has gone missing, Leo Papadopoulos is definitely showing up to take the spotlight. That is their seventh goal of the season so far, and really just a poor breakdown in play by Inter London.
Yeah, I know those two are going head to head alongside Skyrise, of course. So it's an interesting night for the top strikers in the league right now.
Absolutely.
Oh wow.
Speaking of strikes, that's one we don't see very often from George Gordon. Able to put that off a bounce. I want to say this came off his chest and then his knee.
No,
Yeah, it definitely looked like he chest bumped that into the net.
yeah, yeah. No, he didn't need it, but yeah, it looked like he chested that. That was a good goal for Inter London, and looks like they're gonna try to claw their way back into this game.
Absolutely a crucial answer for the team that finds themselves down to nothing, only one left to go, and perhaps
Oh
not.
wow.
Yaboa needing to make a massive stop there, and eventually will concede the corner on the rebound.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? That was actually a really good shot, so I'm sure they'll be happy to give up a corner for a big save like that.
Absolutely, I know. I'm glad that didn't go into the net, but Enter London on the other way now. London coming out in a bit of a narrower, I want to say 4-1, 4-1, with a higher pushed up inverted winger and
Oh
Kate
wow.
Clements at the top of that formation as the striker, able to get to the end of that ball in the corner there, and that will tie the game for Inter London as they run into the 38th minute of the first half here.
Yeah, Kay Clements, personally one of my favorite wingers in the league, and this season he's trying his hand at striker, and I'm sure this goal will give him a lot of confidence. And holy, no way!
We have ourselves a goal fest. Officially, AS Paris answer immediately off an ensuing free kick off the outside of the box. Brzezinski able to find the head of Yarvala, who just smacks that into the far corner. Absolutely nothing Tony Yarvala could do about it. And AS Paris up 3-2 in the first half of the game so far. Time ticking away though.
Yeah, no, that free kick was absolutely ripped in, and amazing header. That was incredible goal, and Perry still attacking in the box right now, and big save by Yeboah right there to try to keep his team in the game until halftime.
Absolutely. Interestingly enough, 52% possession for Inter London, though they find themselves down 3-2 at the interval here.
Yeah, it's a pretty back and forth game. It seems like.
Set piece is really important to both sides today, as I think 3 or 4 of these goals have come off of them.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's no set piece tactics in the game, but I feel like, especially early on, since no players been close to reaching their peak, that set pieces play a big role in this league right
I don't know what that was. That was
now.
weird.
Yeah, I
That was a strange shot.
cannot explain
The ball took a weird curve and dip there. A bit of a knuckle ball from Linné and Nessie that goes over the net. Inter London with another chance though with Kai on the right hand side.
that. Oof,
Nessie yet again skies that one. Wow.
he hoofed that over.
Uh, wow.
Oh wow, G Field just burning past his opponent and giving the ball away.
We'll eventually just dump that ball down.
I got excited and then I didn't.
Do you
G
feel on the
Field with a good pass this time, but a bad touch by him.
he's on the attacking role, so we should see him cutting down that side time and time again. His marker is Liang Kai, who isn't known for being that defensively skilled, though clearly not used in that role, as he's the second of Inter London's 2 primary scorers, I believe.
Yeah, I would assume so. Liang Kai, huge part of Inner London's success last season, and I expect to see Liang Kai to continue to be, Inner London's one of their top players this season as well.
Absolutely. A lot of playmaking goes through that man. A lot of playmaking also goes through Tony Adowa, ironically, as he made a brilliant save off the bounce pair earlier. Though has allowed 3 in 7 shots. A lot of them not really his fault, to be frank, though.
Yeah, you know what? It's been an amazing game for both teams, to be honest. Really exciting game, and
Certainly in the first half. This second half has been a bit dry. 75 minutes gone now, and neither team has been able to find any of the net, despite scoring 5 in 45.
they're all tired.
Quite
They put all
possibly.
hell out in the first.
You know what? We haven't seen a substitution so far.
Yeah, actually, I just noticed that.
Yeah, in 3 matches, none of our teams have done any substitutions. It's not that they lack the ability to. I certainly know I didn't submit any. I probably should have, though. Leo
Oh
Papadopoulos
wow,
put a dagger in us.
Leo Papadopoulos puts it away. And I know he's probably gonna be grinning from one side to the other, getting the 3 points over Enner, leapfrogging them over the table. And I think that puts him one shy of 0-44 in the goal tally for the season.
Absolutely. I think that's 2 for him today, right? So that will take him 2-8 on the season. Yeah, it's been a good season for him and a really good season for our S4 debutants.
Oh, wow.
AS Peri. They should see them continue their climb up, like you said, the ladder there. They should tie Hollywood on, I want to say, 5th, though Hollywood will be ahead in goal difference.
A lot of
Unless AS Peri can score another 3 or 4.
there's been a lot of great chances. Like that was an amazing save by Tony Adowa on the corner back there.
Absolutely. They are averaging 2.81 AS Peri, 2.81 XG through this match so far. So deservedly in the lead. Yeboah doing his best to keep London in this match. Perhaps we will get 1 or 2 more goals here. Time ticking away into the 89th minute. London probing, looking for a opportunity in. Perhaps Kai will find it on the right hand side. Or Nessie. Ball goes cycling back into the midfield here. Miller just kind of holding the ball up, assessing options. Need to move a little quicker than that as we run into the 89th minute here. G-Field with a great tackle, though unable to dispense of Nessie. George Gordon able to find a lot of space in that ASPRI box and will tuck that home for his 2nd goal of the season. 2nd goal of the game for him as well. And perhaps there is life for Inter London. 1 left to go to tie and 89 minutes into our game.
Yeah,
we're not over yet.
I'm not gonna lie, I was so absorbed in that. That was amazing passing play. Maybe a little slow for you, but that was a great goal. Amazing passing.
2 minutes here, Tony Yeboah to take the goal kick or not. The referee actually blows the whistle on time, and that is our ball game.
Honestly, deserved win by Perry, but that last goal, like I don't think we talked about how good that was. Like you brought that from the back line all the way up and passed it around, scored. That's like a classic, like modern day team goal. That was a really good goal. But yeah, Perry with an amazing win, and Leon Papadopoulos probably extremely delighted with his brace.
Absolutely. That reminiscing back to that last goal, a little bit reminiscent of our American counterparts. That is what they would call a 2-minute drive. But alas, that is for naught as Inter London will fall 4-3 to AS Paris. That means AS Paris will jump up the table and head into 6th place, Inter London dropping down into that 7th place position. Though we have a match coming up against the 4th place, Seoul MFC and Montreal United. Montreal United currently on 4 points through 7 matches, 1 win and 1 draw.
Yeah, I really like Seoul Mythic this season. They've really grown as a team. And to be honest, I'm really excited to see JJ Okcha. He's been an amazing revelation for them this season, and you know they've always had some pretty good strikers over the years. With they I mean they originally had Skyrise as well as Mayo, but
I'm pretty sure they still have Mayo.
they still do have
Mayo
Mayo.
is on the bench.
Yeah, they still have Mayo, but I feel like JJ's kind of low-key taken Mayo's place in the starting 11. They're a very active player, and I mean, they've been playing amazing this season. They're probably one of the most informed players for Seoul, and a big reason why they're top half of the table.
JJ Okocha, the Nigerian forward, has been in the right place at the right time for Seoul Mythic so far, though notably only 3 goals in the season, 1 assist through 8 matches.
Yeah, maybe not
So while the
the biggest numbers, but I think when he has scored, it's been crucial goals that got them
absolutely, I
points.
can think of that moment against Athênai F.C. where he scored the game winner, I believe, 72nd minute,
Yeah,
chipping Anderson.
yeah, that was amazing goal. I think one of 2 goals that was from a chip this season, like from that exact same kind of taking the goalie on and chipping them right in front of the net, rather than from like further out.
Yeah, no, we don't see too much of that. I don't think the players are quite good enough to be making those decisions at our young age in the league. Maybe some of the guys from Hollywood FC, though. I look forward to seeing a lot more chips in the future. I've seen some pretty cheeky ones from time to time in sim testing, but haven't quite
Oh
seen it
wow,
come up yet. Noodle will see that come up on the score sheet as he tucks that home. That's a beautiful goal on a volley, scored with vicious intent, lashed into the back of the net, and up 1-0, Seoul MFC.
yeah, amazing goal by Noodle. Uh, Great read on that, to be honest, to time his run in between the defenders right there. Just squeaked in between them and got the ball just before the goalie could come out to get it.
Sorry about that, my headset died at the worst time.
So yeah, it's been a pretty dominant game for Seoul so far. They've had a
Absolutely
lot of good
one-sided.
chances early on, and again they're pressing Montreal in their own half and winning it back. And oh wow, close chance for JJ there, but great save by Adam Rage.
Amazing save by Adam Rage. Adam Rage, the 6'2" Italian goalkeeper, has been arguably on form for Montreal so far this season, though he averages 2.88 goals in 90 minutes. Not very flattering on the scoreline, though. I seem to think I seem to recall him having very, very good saves at opportune times for this Montreal United team.
Yeah, I feel like I don't always take goals against average into account because every team's different, but Adam Rage faces a lot more shots than most goalies, I would say. And Montreal have, pretty respectable, goals against. Um, well, maybe not, but I feel like Rage makes the saves, that maybe he wouldn't be expected to make, and I think that's kind of what counts.
While I do not know if this is a stat actively tracked by FM, I know what stat that we are referring to. I think this is goals against versus expected goals against.
Mm, yeah.
Right, where a goalkeeper, if they have a lower goals against than their expected goals against average, that means that they are saving more than they're expected to.
Oh wow, and that was off the crossbar. Unfortunate for Montreal United, who are trying to
Yeah,
claw back into this game.
speaking of goalkeepers expecting to make that save, you would expect King Kong to normally get to that. Made a very good outreaching, sprawling save on a shot earlier in the game and just couldn't get to that one on the corner there.
To be fair, it didn't go in, so.
Very, very fair. Goalkeeper's best friend, of course, there. Montreal United not respecting the equipment. We'll see if it comes back to bite them.
And another good save by Kong there.
Having to make a couple of those so far, Montreal United have had a swing of opportunities in the late in the first half here, taken down to the 34th minute. We're seeing a little more space open up here for Montreal. Montreal playing in a 4-2-3-1 formation. They have free kick here. I think that's user Camping Killer recently joined them on a sort of shadow striker role in behind Isaac. So able to find a little bit of space marauding there, but unfortunately not a ton of people able to get on that ball, hold it up, and play it to one of the crashing midfielders.
Yeah, no, it's been a good, I guess second half of the first half for Montreal. They didn't start out too well, but they actually have been getting a decent amount of chances off. Just kind of swiping away and maybe not taking their chances with the the opportunities they're getting.
Absolutely. Okocha not able to put that on net. Doug able to get in front of that for Montreal United.
Yeah, huge block for Montreal right there. Would otherwise probably been good.
And another massive save by Adam Rage. Fingertips required to push that over the bar. Another corner by Seoul here, and wow.
Another
I
save.
think I think Rage needed to pick that up from one of his defenders, almost putting that into the back of their own net.
Yeah, that looked like it was almost an own goal, but luckily for Montreal, Adam Rage is all the rage today, making some big saves for the team.
Slew of opportunities here for Seoul MFC, and we'll see if they come out of the second half continuing to swing, or if Montreal have a bit of a better answer. Finally, fourth game of the day, we have our first subs of the day coming in here. That was quick. I wonder who's on here, and it is Miroslav Katel in for Alexander Isaac.
That'll be an interesting substitution. See if maybe adding some fresh legs up front against a little bit more of a tired defense they played the first half. Oh,
Oh,
that is really unfortunate for
Montreal United have hit that same part of the bar twice today.
yeah, that's really unfortunate for Montreal. They'll probably feel a little hard done by if they end up with 0 points today, because they have been playing a lot better since conceding. They've just been extremely unlucky with the net not wanting to bounce in their favor.
They're a little lucky in the sense that the net's just not an inch or two wider, eh?
Yeah.
Seoul MFC, though, deservedly in front. Only 1-0 so far through 55 minutes. Adam Rage will have... I don't think it's Rage that has the bar to thank. Sorry, it's Kong that has the bar to thank.
Oh.
That ends up in the back of the net, but offside called way early. And that stifles the attack there. Notably, we do see Seoul coming out of a bit of a strange formation. They have a 3-4-3 with a two forwards. That's the second of the two forwards there. Elosi, apologies. And he plays on the left side of Okocha. Noodle playing on the inverted winger on the right-hand side there, where he's naturally good at. We've seen him play striker a couple times. Hasn't had too much success. Sort of 1 or 2 goals in the absence of Mayor last season, though naturally more gifted on that right-hand side.
Yeah, but to be honest, Noodle is probably a bit better of a winger than JJ Okocha. I feel like Noodle was. Oh wow! Oh my gosh! How is that like 3 crossbars
Yep,
now?
those are three amazing opportunities that were, if maybe the net was just an inch or two wider, would have gone in, and we would have Montreal United up 3-1 over Seoul MFC. As it stands, though, King Kong will be buying both lunch, breakfast, and a dinner for his goalkeeper's post, and they have kept 3 of them out of the net for him so far today.
And that was
Wow.
outside?
This gets offside, apparently. Something happened there. The referee decided to blow the whistle dead on a brilliant opportunity that, quite frankly, could have ended up on net.
Yeah, so I don't even know what happened there, but play on, I guess.
Well, play blown dead on
Yeah,
that
play bone
particular
dead on that
opportunity.
one, yeah. But
77 minutes into our game now. Seoul really should be up more than one. They've had 10 shots on net, 21 in the game total, and only up 1-0, 79 minutes into our game. Montreal United, though, I feel like will feel hard done by to be down here.
for sure, it's been a close game. Oh, and a big save by Kong. That was,
Kong just needed to be big there. The Korean goalkeeper using all of his 6'4" frame to deflect that ball.
and Seoul still attacking on this corner.
Looking for the game winner here for Seoul MFC, and Montreal able to draw them offside. Seoul MFC, admittedly, I think they're in a bit of a slump of form, having taken two very heavily handed defeats against Tokyo FC in the last 2 weeks so far.
Yeah, it's one of those things where they're a good team, but sometimes you know uh,
You run into a good team.
yeah, you run into a better team. It's I remember my first season with Catalunya. Um, in the first round, I drew against Hollywood FC
Ho-
during their
Hold
double.
on there,
Oh my
JJ
God!
Okocha made a Mr. Sitter. Oh my God.
Wow, Adam Rage with another big save. Um,
We normally see Okocha score those. He's usually very, very, very clinical in big moments, and unfortunately just not able to put that away. Adam Rage just out to challenge at the right time.
Adam Rage just playing really well, trying to keep his team into it, but unfortunately for him, the post said no, and you know, it could have been 1-1, could have been 3-1. It could, you know, even Seoul probably could have scored more as well. So 1-0
Absolutely.
game, but a game full of chances.
Yeah, it was definitely a more exciting game than the scoreline will reflect. You see here at least we take away Seoul MFC with 3.09 XG on the match. That's what 25 shots will get for you. 13 of those being on the net. Two clear-cut chances for them, despite their only 50% possession. And again, below Montreal will still have to feel hard done by. The post saving Seoul MFC not once, not twice, but thrice.
Yeah, it'll be a tough loss for Montreal, but I'm sure Seoul, will be happy to break their losing streak and to be able to hopefully move on and uh, you know, um, try the challenge for the title potentially. To be honest.
Absolutely, that's a big win for them. That will see them jump above Sydney City now. Sydney City having lost early in the game, earlier in the day. Now in fourth place, Seoul MLC will take their place at 18th, perhaps tied with Catalunya. We will find out later today as they play in our premier match to finish our night. Next up, we do have Cairo City taking on Accra FC. Cairo City, like I mentioned earlier in our stream, struggling just a little bit. Now, before any fans get upset for Cairo City catching strays, I will say it's not completely unearned. Cairo City had been expected to be one of the premier teams in the league so far. League this season with a very important addition this offseason, adding on one of the premier strikers to their already scary offense. Unfortunately, the reality hasn't been exactly that for them so far. They sit at a minus 10 goal difference on the season. Um, and I will say it's not exactly because they can't score. I think it's just because they can't keep the ball out of their own net.
Yeah, I don't think Cairo know how to defend. Torres almost gifted a goal right there, but yeah, no, Cairo City have always been one to score. just sometimes they let in a lot of goals. I know myself. Usually when I've faced Cairo, I don't even know if I've ever had a clean sheet against them. But I also don't think I've ever lost a game to them. So that kind of, you know, gives a bit of an idea of what to expect from Cairo.
Yeah, they definitely know how to exchange the blows. Unfortunately, more often than not, they end up being the first of the two teams to be on the ground. And we see that reflected here in their 11th place seeding through the standings. Only one win through 7 matches, 3 points. Though I believe Montreal United losing gives Cairo an opportunity to climb above them. We do see Accra F.C. though sitting
Oof.
ahead of them, 7 points, 2 wins through the season so far, and perhaps we have an opportunity to add one more. Almost had an opportunity to go ahead in this game here. So a rather important game for Accra. They can pull ahead even further from the bottom basement dwellers if they win here. But a loss will see Cairo City vaulted really back into the competitions. Only if they win, only 3 points separating them from essentially the middle of the league.
And oh my gosh, sorry. Accra almost having a chance to score, but it gets cleared in the box.
Yeah, Accra playing in a more aggressive, attacking sort of fashion today. They're definitely bringing out what is a standard aggression-based Gegenpress. They're playing with a 4-3-3, Selig up front there with Rigmol on that left-hand side and Svensson on the right hand, playing on a bit of an inverted sort of style, a little bit more narrow. They've got their wingbacks on the defense there, though Ansia playing all the way back in defensive left back on an inverted role here.
Yeah, and Accra, they've had some good chances so far. I mean, I know they've been long shots, but damn, they've been two close long shots that resulted in a corner. Oh,
And
wow.
credit to Cairo, they have held on for the opportunity they are looking for there. There is Aspaqueta on the corner. The Gibraltar forward standing at 6'2". So able to get onto those. Absolutely onside there. Blast himself in front of Amsa. That wasn't even a use of his header. He just tapped that home baseball.
Yeah, no, it was a great goal for Aspaqueta, and I'm sure they'll be happy to be out in front. And another one, wow.
Two in quick succession for Cairo City here.
And look at that
Antivieri on the corner.
cartwheel. A little Selly there from Pascal. And a
Absolutely
nice.
cannot contain his enjoyment. I think he comes off at halftime here. We will see what subs come in for Cairo City, but 2 up for Cairo City here over Accra FC. Looking very good for them. We'll see if their defense can hold, though. They've done a really good job in the first half.
Yeah, no, Cairo, they're doing really well in the attack, and being up 2 goals, I think will give their players the confidence to go out there and play a bit more, maybe fluently, I guess.
Admittedly, they've actually kind of struggled from free play, having scored their 2 from set piece play. Wow!
Oh, wow.
Oh, Bori Barfleet.
That was
That is
that was a nice goal, but that was I don't know where he was. I don't know where the goalie thought the ball was going, but he drove the opposite way.
Now, remember when we talked about Cairo conceding a lot? I certainly don't want to put the blame on one man, and certainly not a man whose goal against average is 2.6. But in that certain situation, I would have expected just a little bit more, you know?
Yeah, I mean at least dive in the right direction. Poor fella. But I think Cairo City have been the better team. And I think we'll see them come out in the second half probably a lot more confident in their game, and you know hopefully for them they'll get the 3 points tonight.
Cairo definitely coming out on the front foot as well. They have pressed the go button. They played on attack today with a 4-2-4. Likely it is them making the lengthy substitutions. We will see who comes onto the field for them as we roll into the second half here. Oh, only one sub. Otis Butcher coming in for Jakob Larsson. Larsson playing on that left-hand side there. So Butcher coming in to play. I think that was also Llewellyn coming in for somebody, right? Spencer came out?
I believe it was Domenico Corleone that came in, sorry, in place of Thomas Llewellyn.
Llewellyn. I got the Llewellyn right. I got the other one wrong. Apologies to Domenico, who will be making their sixth appearance for Accra FC. Interesting, no changes up front or in the attack for Accra here. That might just be because there are no changes for them to make. I'm not admittedly too familiar with the Accra bench. Neither is Selleck, though. Coach may want to get him a little more familiar with it if he keeps missing opportunities like that. Konstantin Selleck, the German rookie, only one assist in 8 matches for Accra FC. Part of the big reason why they are struggling, to be frank, is that he's got no goals in the year so far.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little surprised. I think I vaguely remember during the draft review thinking they had a pretty good build, but I haven't kept up with how they've developed since then. But um, you know, there's still a lot of good players for. Oh,
There it is.
wow, Selic with a nice goal. Beautiful goal, proving us wrong and showing that he deserves to be on this team.
As soon as we started talking about it, I knew it was going to happen. Konstantin Selleck absolutely free of the defender, and that is the quality of defending that we've seen Cairo City give so far this season, and that is why they have a goal difference of -10. Absolutely. Look, there are 3 men unmarked. I don't know where the Cairo City defense is, but that was close to shambolic.
Yeah, I think Kyle will be pretty upset with their defense there, especially since they lost the lead, and that's potentially 3 points lost. Well, 2 points lost. Sorry, dropping 2 points.
On the other hand, Accra FC have done incredibly well to fight back into this game. Butcher with the sitter there, completely unmarked, and decides to rush that shot. And straight into the hands of Luc Larocque. The American goalkeeper has been excellent for Accra FC, despite the team itself not performing very well.
That was a bad, terrible cough up by Cairo. And oh man,
Bori Barfleet making a diving save there. What a great stop.
That was
Barfleet, the Australian goalkeeper.
That was a huge save. Probably kept the team in, to be honest. That was a goal for sure.
Perhaps another opportunity for Boudreau here.
Oh.
I didn't think that was a wise shot, but that looked so close.
That looked pretty close to me too. Some good chances here late in the game. Both teams trying to get a third goal and
Cairo
get the 3
that
points.
High press.
Oh wow! And it's Gabe Johnson. He finishes a rebound, I think, from Aspiqueta. And well, I guess we'll find out here. No, it looks like it's Pascal
Antivieri, and Luc Larocque makes a bit of a mess of that. That initial shot from Pascal was a little too difficult to handle. The ball bounces out to Gabe Johnson. That's Gabe Johnson, the right back from Canada, scoring his first of the season.
Accra. Oh wow!
Oh my gosh!
I was about to say Accra must be disappointed with that, but they they don't care. They want to come back right away, and Rigmarole with the goal.
The Zambian winger, 6'2", getting his head up to the end of that and powering that past the 4'11" Rory Barkley. And tie game. What a great game here. I think this is going to end it unless there's one last opportunity. There
Yeah.
is not. Time does tick away, and Accra FC steal a tie here from Cairo. They tied it twice in the game so far. I don't want to say they didn't earn it. They certainly played well, but wow, Cairo City certainly feel like they blew that one.
Yeah, I mean, both teams' defenses kind of were a little asleep today, but it was a exciting game and some good goaltending, minus that one bad dive from Bartfield. But I think Franco Torres gonna be a little disappointed with himself. But Aspequetter had a pretty amazing game, and the front three for Accra did amazing. Everyone getting on the scoreline, either with a goal or assist.
Absolutely everything clicking for Accra right now, and they do look like a dangerous team when they can get that going. We will see if they can tighten up their talented defensive core there. They certainly don't hurt for TPE back there, but they definitely hurt for defensive solidity. The other hand does the field that Cairo City not able to find any sort of cohesion on the defense. There were a couple of terrible errors that occurred that saw them give away that game essentially to Accra and let them tie it. But end of the day, that is football. All you can do is on to the next, and on to the next we go for the end of our game. It is CF Catalunya versus Athênai FC, and what do you got about this one?
Yeah, I mean, Athênai, not doing as well as historically they have, and oh my God, yes, Mojo rises to the occasion, and this guy's been on fire this season. A really late pickup. I'm pretty sure they were actually the last pickup on the wire last season. Only got 3 games in and wasn't able to get on the score sheet, but having a great season so far. And
Absolutely, fourth goal of the year for Mojo Rising, the American forward, able to dribble past Anderson and coolly put that home. Yannick Anderson not normally caught out of position like that. The 6'6" Danish goalkeeper averaging 1 goal across 90 minutes this season so far, though, admittedly looking a little dumbfounded there as he as Mojo Rising just went around him.
yeah, I mean it was a amazing goal for Mojo, and with that 17 acceleration, probably, and I think they have like 15 agility, probably using that to their advantage to get around Anderson. Um,
Goes one way, then gone the next.
but yeah, it was what I was gonna say is before that goal happened is Athenai, amazing save by the way from I mean sorry Anderson. Um,
Well, you weren't wrong. That is real.
yeah. But yeah, Athenai, used to be one of the elite teams in the league, but this season they've struggled. Admittedly, they've lost a lot of players to management positions over the years, but despite despite being on the bottom end of the table, they still have one of the best defenses in the league, only conceding 7 goals. So
I'm gonna have a hot take here. I think it's time to stop saying it's surprising that Athena have struggled. They've struggled ever since the middle point of last year,
I mean, they also have one of the best defenses in the league, though.
which is very, very fair. But if you recall their late season slide last season in S3, they spent the last half of that season losing game after game. I think they went on a 5-6 game winless streak to end the season. And they haven't started the season out any better.
Uh,
Through 7 games so far, only 8 points on the day.
didn't
2 wins, 2 draws, and 3 losses.
didn't they come in third last season though?
I think they ended up slipping down to fourth.
I I believe they came
They were
third and Hollywood came fourth because I was watching Athênai last season and I remember on the last day we managed to lose our game and that meant that they secured third and Hollywood secured fourth. But a good first
that
half,
might have done it. Yeah.
a great first half for Catalunya. Like I said, I mean, bottom half of the table, but this team's only conceded 7 goals, whereas first place team, well, tied for first place team, uh, Tokyo and I have only conceded 6. So, a really good showing for Catalunya, and I'm excited to see what the second half brings.
Absolutely. It's likely going to be a bit of a quiet game for goals. As you mentioned, both teams a little greedy on the concession point. We will see if either team can see another today. CF Catalunya with the one of two opportunities now in the ball game, though 59% possession, really squeezing Athênai off the ball there, and able to do that thanks to the home crowd at their back.
Yeah, and I mean, I think with the way that Athena is setting up with the two defensive midfielders, and they're playing with a cautious mentality, they're probably making it a little hard for Catalunya trying to break down
Now I'm.
their block.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God,
God, that was
he was offside. He was offside.
even if he was, that was dreadful. Um,
Clark is probably glad that's not going anywhere near the history books. He'll want to forget about that very quickly.
both not a lot happening in the second half.
I'm absolutely going to be a cliche coach here. I feel like Athena is playing not to lose.
Yeah, I also agree with that. Whereas I feel like Catalunya is playing to not just win, but to control and dominate.
Yeah, a essential point of that philosophy of
Oh,
football that they have over there. Uh, but Athena really, really keen to sort of concede possession this year. They're not too great on the ball, though again have been very, very good and solid off of it.
yeah, and still playing pretty well. Catalunya trying to score a second goal, but just a little unlucky missing their chances.
Well, Athena only having one shot on net definitely hurts them so far. 82 minutes into this game, now they will need one more to get to get tied at least, right? So Catalunya looking to keep that ball away from Athena, perhaps find a
Oh,
second for themselves. Clark missing yet another chance though. Anderson this time able to make the stop. Takes a lucky bounce, and that will go out for Vins on the corner here for the take, and that is cleared by Athena.
yeah, no, Athena is one of those teams, like I said, they definitely are playing not to lose, but they do have one of the best defenses in the team, and, it's showing. Uh,
Fisher loses out on the tackle there, and that leads to a wide open opportunity that just doesn't take the right bounce for Catalunya. They miss another chance there, but so far Athena not making them pay.
yeah, Athena good at defending, but, they not necessarily the best team when it comes to scoring goals.
Yeah, Jeffrey Levert, their Canadian striker, having 4 goals in 5 games so far. Playing their sixth, maybe would get a fifth here. They will need it to tie, and time ticks away. We may not see it happen though.
Yeah, it looks like not such a high scoring, uh, high chance game like some of the previous games we've seen, but I think
Ooh.
that's a little bit by design. Athena probably trying to squeeze the life out of our attack, and because of their cautious mentality, they're also not really trying to create too many chances for themselves. So
Absolutely, I can see they're only playing on a slightly higher tempo here, especially because of that cautious mentality. They're just not pushing their opportunities here, and we can see as they just concede the ball in the 90th minute where they really needed to push, and time ticks away. That is a 1-0 win clean for CF Catalunya, allowing only one shot on the net. Not a ton for Gunnarsson to do with a 7.2 in net, though. Really good on the distribution for that ball. Admittedly, the front three for CF Catalunya really only connecting on on a earlier opportunity by Mojo Rising, but that's all that's needed for the win here, and they will take the 3 points happily.
Yeah, obviously we would have wanted more, um, but against a team that doesn't really concede a lot of goals, we'll obviously take the win, and that puts us level on points with Tokyo. Um, and we might not have as many goals or the goal difference that they boast. But long game, who knows? Maybe we'll keep winning and they'll drop some points.
Still a very long season ahead of us. We do have 24 match days in this season, so only 1/3 of the way through so far. We have Tokyo SC leading the league, like you mentioned, tied with CF Catalunya, leading on goal difference. On third, we have Seoul MFC. Their win puts them on 18 points here, and that puts them ahead of Sydney City. Sydney City do take a bit of a tumble into the fourth place here. Our S3 expansion team struggling a little bit. Only one win through five matches in their last five. They sit fourth at 15th, and then fifth is Hollywood FC with 13 points. They are tied, though, ahead on goal difference on AS Paris, who are also sixth. AS Paris with the win over Inter London. Inter London will swap places and drop to seventh with 10 points. Then we have Athênai and Accra FC, both tied on 8, though Athênai narrowly leading on goal difference. And on the bottom here, we have Montreal United and Cairo FC tied for 10th and 11th, and then Buenos Aires at the bottom with 3 points in 8 matches so far. And that's our standings.
Yeah, it's been an incredibly exciting season. Pretty competitive from top to bottom. And I think some teams are struggling, of course, but Cairo and Accra showing today that even though they're on the bottom, they have a really exciting attacking talents to boast. I
Absolutely. But we won't see more of that until Saturday. Next up, we do have our second leg of the first round of the SSL Cup. We will see you on Thursday. Until then, I've been TVC and I've been joined by.
Omni.
Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you all have a great evening. Good night.